Inter Milan's Champions League winning 11. Where are they now? Julio Cesar. There was a time when Julio Cesar was regarded as one of the finest goalkeepers on the planet. Within 2 years of lifting the Champions League, he'd have followed the Pound Signs to Queen's Park Rangers, despite them having already signed Rob Green weeks earlier. Frozen out of the side following relegation, the Brazilian would have to wait until February 2014 to escape for Toronto. 6 months later, he signed for Benfica. Maicon. Remember when Maicon was hailed as the best right back in the world? The Brazilian probably has PTSD flashbacks whenever he hears the name Gareth Bale after the Welshman ripped his career apart inside 2 games. Maicon never recovered from his duels with Bale and was shipped out to Man City in 2012, although nobody probably remembers, such was his lack of impact. He went to Roma 6 months later, where he continued to struggle for 3 seasons. At 35 years old, he's currently a free agent and probably curses Gareth every single day. Lucio. At his peak, one of the world's most ferocious centre-halves, it didn't take long for Lucio's career to unravel following Jose Mourinho's departure. He spent 18 more months at the San Siro before moving to Juventus on a free transfer in July 2012. He made 4 appearances for the club before leaving for Sao Paulo 6 months later. Now 38 years old, he's currently at FC Goa in the Indian Super League. Walter Samuel. After 9 seasons at the San Siro, Walter Samuel signed for Basel in the Swiss Super League. He made 47 appearances for the club before hanging up his boots at the age of 38 in May 2016. Christian Kivu. Christian Kivu made over 150 appearances for Inter Milan during his 6 seasons at the club and proved to be a shrewd acquisition from Roma. However, with his legs slowing, the Romanian found it increasingly difficult to get in the side and hung up his boots in March 2014. Javier Zanetti. You'd be hard pushed to find a more popular player to have played for Inter Milan than Javier Zanetti. Having spent 19 years at the club, with the same haircut, making over 850 appearances, the Argentine defender retired in the summer of 2014. He was subsequently appointed vice president for a 2-year term, and a year later his number 4 jersey was officially retired by the club. Wesley Sneijder. At the peak of his powers, Wesley Sneijder was one of the finest playmakers in Europe, and was annoyingly linked with Man United for about 5 summers in a row. He'd stay at the San Siro for another 2.5 seasons, surprisingly so considering their rapid descent, before signing for Galatasaray in 2013 at the age of 28. Did someone say wasted talent? Esteban Cambiasso. If there was one person who probably smashed their head against the wall following Leicester's title triumph, it was Esteban Cambiasso. Signing for the Foxes in 2014, he scooped the Player of the Year award as Nigel Pearson's men pulled off the great escape. And then he was off at the end of the season, choosing to sign for Olympiacos, and missed out on the greatest fairy tale in English football. Samuel Etoo. Considering Samuel Etoo was used as a makeweight by Barcelona to sign Zlatan Ibrahimovic in 2009, the Cameroonian must have felt quite smoked that it was he holding aloft the European Cup at the end of the season. He wouldn't stick around long after Mourinho's departure, however. Andy Makachala made him the world's best paid player in August 2011, with a salary of €20 million per season. After getting bored of that, he decided to slum it at Stamford Bridge for 6 months in 2014 before taking in spells at Everton and Sampdoria. Currently at Turkish club Antalyaspor. Diego Milito. A man with such an unspectacular international goal-scoring record, nobody truly expected Diego Milito to perform so impressively for Jose Mourinho's side. He spent 4 more seasons at the club before signing for Argentina's Racing Club in 2014. He's currently retired. Goran Pandev. Currently a sprightly 33 years old, Goran Pandev would be considered one of the more youthful players of that relatively ancient Inter Milan side. You would have thought he'd managed more than just 8 in 70 appearances for Inter Milan. He lasted just 1 more season before being farmed out to Napoli. He spent 3 seasons there before taking in a failed spell at Galatasaray. He's currently at Genoa. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.